Health insurance provided by a small employer with 50 or fewer employees that is fully insured is called small group insurance. Most small group health plans are required to cover mental health and substance use disorder services, including behavioral health services. Under the federal law requirement to cover essential health benefits, small group health insurance plans must also cover certain types of drugs. Some of the categories of drugs small group health insurance plans cover include antidepressants, mood stabilizers, and drug treatment for opioid dependence. Small group health insurance plans, however, do not have to cover every drug in each of these categories. In addition to the federal law, Pennsylvania law also requires small group plans to cover minimum levels of benefits for alcohol and substance use treatment. The minimum required benefits for alcohol and substance use treatment are up to 7 days of detoxification per admission with 4 admissions per lifetime, 30 days of non-hospital residential treatment per year with 90 days per lifetime, 30 sessions of outpatient or partial hospitalization services per year with 120 sessions per lifetime, family counseling and intervention services, and 30 additional outpatient or partial hospitalization sessions, which may be exchanged on a 2-to-1 basis to provide 15 additional non-hospital residential treatment days. The insurance company can still put reasonable limits on essential health benefits, such as only covering services performed by an in-network provider or only covering services if they are medically necessary. But it's critical to know that the health insurance company cannot impose less favorable benefit limitations on mental health and substance use disorder benefits than on physical health benefits. This means benefits must be the same in terms of what you pay, co-pays, co-insurance, deductibles, and out-of-pocket maximums, how much treatment you can get, such as limits on the number of visits that are covered, the use of management tools such as prior authorization requirements, which doctors you can see, including coverage for out-of-network providers, or the criteria and process the insurance company uses to determine what's medically necessary. It can be difficult to know if health insurance companies are treating mental health and substance use disorder services similar to services provided for physical health. Here are some questions to consider. Is there a higher copay for a behavioral health service than a physical health service? Are there limits on how many times the patient can see a behavioral health provider, but no limits or different limits on how many times the patient can see a physical health provider? Is permission needed from the plan administrator to access behavioral health services, but not for physical health services? Does the plan allow the patient to see an out-of-network doctor for physical services, but not for behavioral health services? Is the employer or plan administrator refusing to pay for behavioral health services even after a doctor says these services are needed? Does the employer or plan administrator require the patient to try outpatient behavioral health services before it will pay for inpatient behavioral health care? Has the employer or plan administrator refused to pay for substance use disorder treatment in a residential treatment facility because it said it wasn't medically necessary? These warning signs can help identify possible violations that could result in a complaint being filed. If insurance companies seem to be making it more difficult to access behavioral health services than physical health services in any way, or for further questions, contact the Pennsylvania Insurance Department by visiting insurance.pa.gov or call our hotline at 1-877-881-6388.